it was important for him to somehow clean up this mess that he had left for his family and was burdening him, you know?
Right. So Shiloh recently posted a text where he said the family had meetings discussing alternative endings, which I assume would have been spring, early summer of 2019. Did Forrest ever talk to you about the family having these private meetings and everyone discussing an alternative ending?
I mean, of course. Forrest, oftentimes, it appeared that he made decisions without consulting other people, but I think oftentimes that was not the case. I mean, he did consult, particularly in items related to the chase, although apparently he didn't discuss with his family beforehand, before he started the chase, whether or not it was a good idea to hide this treasure, because I think, right from the very beginning, at least as far as I know, in 2012, his family was against this whole thing, and Forrest was very pro for it at that point. I mean, he was very happy with the way things were turning out. He was delighted with it, apparently, but his family had some foresight. Whether they knew humanity better than Forrest did, or whether they were more logical.
That was probably just in that shot the whole time.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
That's okay. At any rate, I think his family, I know from speaking with Shiloh at that time, that his family was definitely against the chase, that they did not like the treasure hunt. They foresaw problems that Forrest did not see, or that Forrest would not recognize, or that Forrest felt couldn't come to fruition. And they were unhappy about it. And I believe they expressed that unhappiness to Forrest. I can remember one of the first times I went to visit Forrest, and Zoe and Kelly were there, and Peggy was there, and they were all saying goodbye to me, and they were saying, I think it was Kelly or Zoe said to me, you need to find that chest. And I said, well, I'm doing everything I can to figure out where it's at. And they said, no, you really need to find that chest. I mean, they were adamant about, they wanted this thing to be over. They were tired of it right from the very beginning, and that would have been in 2011. But Shiloh confessed to me in an interview that his family was not happy with this whole treasure hunt deal back in 2012. So right from the beginning, it seems like the family was not for it. And that must have been some pressure for Forrest, too. I think that the only reason Jack found it was because Forrest led him to it. If Jack found it. If Jack is the finder, I don't care who the finder is. It was found because Forrest led it to them. Led that person to it. Gave them some information which made it possible for them to go to the place and find it.
Forrest had told you that he would, I don't remember, I'm paraphrasing, the ending, that he would tell you the ending or whatever eventually someday, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember exactly. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah. So that was right after the chest was found and the pictures were released. First of all, he asked me if I was mad at him. And I said, no, of course not. I'm not mad. This was in an email. He asked me if I was mad at him. And I didn't know what that meant. I mean, I wasn't sure. I had an idea what that meant. But I didn't know then, and to this day I don't know for sure, but I speculated to myself that he was referring to the fact that earlier he had talked about ending the chase. And it looked like to me that he had ended it, that he had found someone to give enough information to that they could go get the chest and end the chase. And he was asking me, and because I had told him no, I didn't think that was a good idea to end the chase. And so I was thinking, now he was asking me if I was mad at him for ending the chase. And then the other thing that when I replied to him, I said, well, will I ever know exactly what went on or how this all came out? And he said, I will tell you, but I can't do it right now. Something to that effect. Wasn't his exact words. I can't recall his exact words. But it was something short like that. Yeah, he said, yeah, you will find out, but now's not the right time.